Danish Job Center. Part of the job center that we are focusing on is from the age group 16 to 30, as we think is the most relevant to our age. If you have finished your education, dropped out of recognition, or never got started, the job center is where you want to go for financial support, or maybe a job to stabilize your economy. Even if you suffer from an illness, the job center is where to show you the possibilities for you to get back on the job market. And while looking for job possibilities for you, they give you a small amount of money to keep you above the water. It's not much, but still something. How do you get a job if you have an illness or physical injury? You get something called employment and support arrangements. That's if your workability has been set enough down so you don't work with a thing it's worth to keep you working anymore. But if you don't think, you get a job, but it's not full time. It's like less hours, so it's maybe only 20 hours a week, and you still get some kind of support.
What do you do without an education? If you're under 30 years old and don't have an education, you will be seen as ready for education if you have, or within a short period of time, gain the necessary skill to be able to accomplish an education. If you are seen as ready for education, you will as fast as possible start at an education, and you will get educational help for the beginning of this. In the time between getting your first payment and starting an education, you have an internship and you are obliged to search for jobs. If you cannot complete an education, you will be seen as ready for activity. As activity ready, you will get some help, so you eventually are able to complete an education. While you participate in active offers, you will receive a supplement to the educational help. If you are a single parent, you can get some special support to help you get started with an education. You will receive educational help, but you will also be able to get extra financial help because you, as a single parent, can have some special challenges. If you are young and don't have an education, and for personal reasons don't want or not able to get an education, you can look for jobs in unskilled work. Here you don't need an education, therefore you can get a job without an education first. If you had trouble with deciding which education you would like to begin at, or you have any questions about an education, you can always contact an educational counselor who can answer all your questions, even help you find the education which suits you.
Can you get help if you want to change your line of work/education? If you need help to find an education, you can get provided an educational counselor who can help you with your education. They are advising young people, which is called student counseling. You get free advice if you're a student on a profession-specific education and higher education. In 2014, all job centers' IT systems were changed, so unemployed can get some help from the job centers. Foreign unemployed people from other EU countries are entitled to the same treatment at job centers as Danish unemployed people. But the IT system of the job center requires that the unemployed person has a Danish CPR number. If they don't, the job center cannot upload the information concerning the education and work experience of the unemployed into the public job board, which is called jobnet.dk. Unemployed EU citizens cannot register as unemployed in Denmark or post their CV information unless they have a Danish CPR number. If you are an addict, have the wrong education or too little education, can you still get a job of your dreams? Some people have a job where they look after the addicts and young criminals. They each take care of a handful of kids, and they work any time of the day. They can come to the person's apartment at 3 a.m. to stop them from doing something foolish, like injecting themselves with drugs, drinking an excessive amount of alcohol, robbing a store, or hurting someone, or even themselves. If the job center judges your character based on your previous history, they can put you in something called a flex job, What that means is that you're in a flexible job and you can switch from job to job. The job center is the judge of how many hours you will work, which kind of job you will get, and other special terms. Whoever the person is, they have to put their CV/resume on the job center and they have to seek out all the jobs they can get. The people in a flex job only get money for the hours they work, so that means that the less the job center says you can work, the less money you'll receive. However, the municipality will give you financial support, and depending on how much you work, your money from the municipality will vary. You'll be put in a flex job in a period of 5 years. After that, they will take into account and consider these options. If you should get another form of help, get another kind of financial support, or keep on going with the flex job.